Hello and welcome to today's speaker card reading. Today's topic is how is your absence felt? For that, we have two piles. How do people feel basically when you're not around, when you're gone from their lives? How is your absence felt? For that, we have two piles, pile number one and pile number two. And now let's get started. Hey pile one, if you're attracted to the first pile, then here comes your reading. If you were attracted to this Brahmani Pada, the first one is she's a yogini who has three heads, and see, she represent a complete visionary, a benevolent visionary. You are seen when you're gone. People, when you're there, people don't probably respect you to that extent, but when you're gone, people see behind your back, they think of you as a benevolent person. Okay. Page of Swords. All right. Justice. Okay. Seven of Cups. Absolutely. All right. Sorry. Strength. Page of Wands, and Page of Swords and Page of Wands. Sorry, Three of Wands. Okay, Ten of Wands. All right. Okay, Queen of Cups. I hope it's visible to you guys. Queen of Cups. Okay. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. Okay. Now what I can see is you guys are seen as somebody who can stand up for their own selves, who are very passionate. They can literally survive any storm, any weather. See, very feisty, very combative, very, somebody who can just weather any storm. That kind of a person. You are very strong. Your strength is being lauded. Your vision, your benevolence, a lot of cups energy is there. Seven of Cups, you are a very nurturing, giving, ethical, just kind of a person. Somebody who is very passionate about justice and can stand up for yourself and for those causes where you think it's necessary to stand up and speak up for things. You tend to do that. Where people will probably stay away from such topics, you tend to get up and speak. That's the whole thing that I'm getting, the sense I'm getting. Page of Swords and Three of Wands. You're somebody who is an initiator, and you have that entrepreneurial vibes, and you have a lot of strength. I can see you are very courageous, very just. You can stand up for others, but at the same time very nurturing, very benevolent, very caring, very ethical. So it's your strength. Actually, these are your ethical compass, also your inner nurturing spirit, soul. These things are your strength and not your shortcomings. That's something you need to understand, because when you are around people, some people, I can clearly see a lot of people are triggered by all this. They are intimidated by your strength. Your strength is not just being in your face all the time, being like quarrelsome and all that. Being very nice, nurturing, a quiet strength, as well as standing up for your own self, standing up for your belief system. That kind of a quiet strength. See, she is so strong that she can ride and domesticate a bear. I mean, you are seen as this strong, strong person. And I can see that actually tend to trigger a lot of people. So, I can see that, a lot of people are very jealous of you, and they have given a lot of grief to you. You have been through a lot of grief because of other people's jealousy and envy. Probably you sometimes you tend to feel, you are this Queen of Cups. Absolutely. You are seen as this queen of cups, somebody who is very high up in the social ladder. You have achieved a lot. You are entrepreneurial, very much entrepreneurial, very fast, very swift, very prompt, very fast, swift, prompt, and at the same time very nurturing. You have been to a very high place in life, but you haven't forgotten your roots. You are still the same caring, humble person. But there is one thing I can see about you, the shadow self, is apart from the jealousy that is clearly there, people are jealous of us when we achieve a lot of things. We achieve things which they barely can think about. So that's the time when people are jealous of us. People tend to talk a lot of nonsense behind your back, and that is a sad, but that's one trend that I can clearly see. It's a sad trend, but that is there. But the point here is, Pailwan, I can see the shadow part of yours is you tend to misjudge yourself a lot. You have literally talked yourself down a lot. You tend to be very underconfident about your own abilities. That is a negative shadow part here, I can see. A lot of people, I think people have said a lot of nasty things right at your face when you were there, and you have left them because you are really hurt. You are a nice, caring, genuine gentleman who has done good for themselves. They stood up for others, but you never really received the backing from others when you needed them, when others tried to pull you down. And also, you tend to, be very underconfident about your own abilities. You haven't really explored your own abilities. That's how I feel. So I think you probably should look inwards more. Let's see. Okay. Okay, mirror guardian. Wow, I love it when the messages are connected. You know, take time to reflect. Yes, you need to introspect more. Probably now is the time when you're away from the conspirators, that, you need to take time and reflect. Choose your path, direction guardian. Yes, you have done a fantastic job choosing your path away from those people. And protection guardian, drop your shields. And now the guardian angels are telling you, you know what, you are no longer surrounded by these conspirators. So now you can drop your shields and be a little bit, you have been very unkind to yourself as a result. I think people tend to actually hold you in very high regards. They are jealous because you are terrific, both as a human being and also as an achiever. But you are very caring at the same time. I mean, you are this queen of cups. You are this person. And this, but you have undersold your own self. Don't sell yourself short. That's the message. Look within, take time and reflect, because you are this person. You are basically this person. That's what people feel when you are not around. But you do not give yourself enough credit. This is what the message that I'm getting. You need to work on your own, you need to work on your own self, on your own confidence level. You are actually you have probably achieved a lot, but you still feel that that is not good enough. It's something to do with your own self respect and self confidence that you need to work on. Great souls, this is what people actually feel about you, that you are a terrific human being. You have achieved a lot in life, but yet you are a terrific human being. Great soul, God's reciprocation. Literally, people say and think behind your back that, God's hands are there on your head. Literally, there are some people who tend to have, people say that they have God's blessings, whether Jesus, whether Allah or Krishna. God's blessings are there. God is actually showing us the path to all of us, but there are some people who tend to be extra blessed. People literally feel that you are amongst those people who have everything in life, and hence You have attracted a lot of naysayers, a lot of negative nancies, a lot of, basically, I can feel very nasty people. And the protection guardian is telling you to drop your shields down. You don't need to worry anymore. So, God's reciprocation is you have those people in your life now. Those people who have once criticized you, now behind your back, they accept that you are actually a Queen of Cups who is very successful. You still are very successful. But at the same time, you are a great human being, great soul, terrific human being, just, ethical, just, everything is on point about you. And God, some people are just divinely blessed. Yes, you have divine blessings on your side. That's what people feel behind your back. Uh, that's how people feel your absence. I hope, Pailwan, what a great reading you guys have had. I hope, Pailwan, you have had some clarity over your situation. If yes, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Namaste. Hi, pile 2. If you're attracted to this pile, then here comes your reading. Okay. So, first, we have Kaumari Pada. She is a yogini, a goddess of colorful harmony. You are somebody who probably believes in, Sarvadharm Sambhav in Hindi, that we call, in a harmonious survival. See, the kind of world that we are living in, we are divided on so many grounds. You are somebody who believes in harmony, a colorful harmony where all kinds of colors, all kinds of people can coexist. Irrespective of their religion, caste, creed, financial situation, in every shades of people can coexist. She depicts that. I can feel that people think that you are a beautiful person who is extremely harmonious, who wants to walk the walks of life, taking the have nots along with you. You literally are somebody there are some people who act as glue in our society. You are seen as one of those. In your absence, that's how people feel about you now. Now let's see the rest of the cards. Absolutely, Fool. You probably have a very strong placement, not necessarily, but a very strong Aquarius placement. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, Mars. Something very strong in Aquarius. Okay, Two of Pentacles. You are somebody who knows how to balance, how to multitask. In a harmonious situation, you need to maintain a middle path. You know how to do that. See this beautiful dance of yin and yang. You know how to do that. You have been doing it for ages, and that tend to rub a lot of people wrong way. I can see a lot of criticism coming your way. People just marching in your life in order to tell you that how wrong you are when they are the ones who are being hypocrites. Okay, how do people feel about pile 2 in their absence? How is your absence felt? Nine of Pentacles, beautiful. You are you're seen as an absolute star. You're seen as an absolute star. You are seen as that person who doesn't really care what the other people is. I think you have a very innocent, naive Aquarian vibe about you. Even if you do not have Aquarius, any strong placement, you have a very Aquarian vibe about you. Somebody who genuinely believes in unity. Harmony, unity, absolutely such a good connection here. You believe in unity between every human being, irrespective of their financial condition, skin color, religion, caste, anything. We are today divided by so many. Sorry, I moved my camera. We are today divided by so many stuff, but all we need is the feeling of harmony and unity, the brotherhood. You are genuinely a person who feels that way and have rubbed a lot of people. I can see a lot of people want to see you in this situation. Really, I see a lot of online trolling happening because you have a very strong online presence. You are a star. A lot of people tend to look up to you. You know, the real logic is when 60% tend to praise you, actually 30% would be your fan, 30% would be neutral, and 30% would hate you. A lot of trolling comes your way. People literally march into your life only to tell you that, you know what, you're such a loser. People see that you probably come from a lot of money, or you have made your money very early in life, very abundant, very very abundant. I mean, or maybe it's your social media account that has made you really really financially strong at a very early age. And people want to see, people literally used to think earlier, a lot of toxic people tend to say a lot of toxic things, but one perception about you was, yeah, they had a lot of money very early, they saw a lot of early success, now they have a lot of time to speak about everything that is superficial, harmony, brotherhood, etc., etc. When we are struggling for our survival, he or she is talking about all that. When you have a lot of money, you can do this, that, and the other. But actually, the point is, you are extremely compassionate. You genuinely want others. I mean, these are the people you care about, those who are literally on the streets, they barely have anything to cover themselves up. During their difficult times, you tend to stand up for their selves, and you use your social media account or whatever platform you have access to promote these causes, and that has made you popular and famous. You are a famous person, probably not at a bigger, it could be at a bigger scale, also it could be at a local scale, but you are a known face. So you have both, those people who love you, those people say a little bit darker, those who hate you. You have both, and you know how to juggle and balance. You are like that fool who doesn't give a shit to all of this. But I can see a lot of people who literally want your downfall, who, these are the people you care about. And there are negative Nancys I mean, I do not want to use other toxic terms, but those toxic people literally want you to see the financial failure. Once they see the financial failure, they will know how it feels like when you do not have the basic necessities met. Then you will know how it feels like to be poor, and then she will or he will not talk about all the shit that they talk about. That's how they feel. But the reality is something else, and that is something that they do not understand. So, in your absence, what people feel now is a significant amount, I can see, tend to make fun of you. They just want your failure. But I can see that you are succeeding. You have a lot of supporter. You are a star of some sort. You are a very socially visible person who would stand up for social harmonious social reasons, social causes. Could be for pet animals, to the different fault lines around which the world is divided today. It could be anything. And you are a star in that arena because you are speaking up and speaking out, and you have made a lot of money very early, either self earned or you come from money. And a lot of people very vocally tend to troll you. They want to see you down in the dumps. I mean, I don't even understand how toxic a person can be. Now, how do you want someone else's bad? I mean, you can dislike somebody, but seriously, I can sense a vibe of people who literally want to see you come down. I mean, let them come down and then we will see how they survive. That kind of a vibe. I'm so sorry, Pile 2. There are a lot of nasty people. I mean, and they are probably a little bit around you. So you should learn. I mean, you are this Aquarius who doesn't give a shit. But moment you are out of that scenario, they tend to start talking behind your back. They are probably, they some of them wear the facade of your friends, of friendship in front of you, but the moment you leave, in your absence, they tend to do a lot of noises, they tend to say a lot of noises, they want you to be pulled down. Okay, Arrow, surround yourself with protective energy. Seriously, I feel this is a major, major message from the guardian angels that you need to learn to protect yourself more, because these people I can sense a very nasty energy. Shaman, trust the higher power and call in the higher power. Call in the higher power pile too, because you probably need it. See? And be from the fool. I know you guys are wise. Please act a little bit wiser, because probably in the social scenario, we cannot always say things that are, even if they are right, people can't digest them. So just be a little bit aware. So, how do people feel about you? Intelligence. Yes, people think that you're very intelligent, very smart. I mean, you're a very well read person, and that's why you actually talk about this intellectual topics. And because of your intellectual, these things, you have risen on the top, you have made a lot of money very early. It's because of your intelligence. Okay, leadership, right? Absolutely. You are a fantastic leader. And when you are a leader, you have a lot of haters. Be very well aware of the fact, I'm sure you guys already are, that if you are a leader, you'll have a lot of haters too. So be careful about your protection. Learn to protect yourself, guard yourself more. In the first pile, the guards were supposed to be down, but here I'm astounded. I mean, seriously, you are a leader, you are a star. I mean, you are a very visible, socially visible kind of a personality, clearly. A lot of people look up to you, and those people tend to be jealous of you because they admire these qualities in you. They know they cannot reach your status, so what we can resort to is hatred. This is the whole logic I'm saying. I'm sorry, but I hope you learn to protect yourself more, pile number 2. I hope you have had some clarity over your situation. If yes, please hit the like button, share and subscribe. Thank you. Namaste.